Have you ever had a neighbor who was really weird? Well, today I'm going to tell you about the strangest kid who ever lived next door to me. Trust me, this story still makes me laugh whenever I think about it. So, this happened when I was younger. One day, a moving truck pulled up next door, and a new family moved into the neighborhood. I was actually excited because they had a kid around my age. I remember thinking, finally, someone new to play with after school. The first time we met was strange. He walked straight up to me, looked me in the eyes, and instead of saying, "Hi," or asking for my name, he said, "Do you have snacks?" That was literally the first thing he ever said to me. I was so confused, but I happened to have a small bag of chips, so I gave it to him. He grabbed the chips, smiled, turned around, and walked back to his house. No thank you, no see you later, nothing. I just stood there thinking, did I seriously get robbed by my own neighbor? The next day, he knocked on my door again. This time he finally asked, "Want to play outside?" I was relieved. I thought we were going to play basketball, soccer, tag, normal kid stuff. Instead, he pointed at the ground and said, "Let's race snails." I honestly thought he was joking. He wants. For the next 20 minutes, we searched the yard looking for the biggest snails we could find. When we finally found two, we carefully placed them on the sidewalk, drew a finish line with a stick, and started the race. We were cheering like it was the biggest sporting event in history. The funny part? The snails barely moved. After almost half an hour, I don't even remember if either of them crossed the finish line. I think they forgot they were supposed to be racing. A few days later, something even funnier happened. I was inside my house watching TV when I suddenly heard someone pounding on the front door. Bang, bang, bang! I opened it, and there he was, completely out of breath. He shouted, "Come outside, hurry!" The way he said it made me panic. I thought maybe someone got hurt, maybe there was a fire, maybe something really serious had happened. So I ran outside as fast as I could. He pointed across the street and whispered, "Look." I looked where he was pointing. There was a cat, just sleeping on someone's porch. That was it, a sleeping cat. I couldn't believe I had sprinted outside like my life depended on it, just to look at a sleeping cat. He looked at me with the biggest smile and said, "Isn't that cool?" I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. But looking back now, those random moments are some of the funniest memories I have. He wasn't trying to be weird. He just found excitement in the smallest things. A bag of chips, a snail race, a sleeping cat. As kids, everything felt like an adventure if you had enough imagination. Eventually, his family moved away and we lost touch. But every now and then, whenever I see a snail after it rains, or someone feeding a stray cat, I remember my old neighbor and smile. He taught me that childhood wasn't about having expensive toys or fancy gadgets. Sometimes the best memories came from the weirdest people doing the silliest things. So now I want to ask you, did you ever have a funny, weird, or unforgettable neighbor growing up? Let me know your story in the comments. And if you enjoyed this Roblox story time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!